So before we get into the Lemuria, we have to talk about the Lemures, the spirits involved in this festival. Now, ancient Rome had a lot of different names for different types of spirits. I'm not going to get into all of it here, but you might see the Manes, the Lemures, which we'll talk about, the Larvae, or another one, and you could even classify the Lares, the Penates, and the Genii as spirits. So all these different types of spirits, but this festival had to do primarily with the Lemures. The Lemures are not just any spirits. Specifically, they are vengeful spirits, the spirits of those who died an untimely death or a violent death, maybe those who were not given proper burial rites, and who are basically walking on this realm, this plane, the world of the living, because they don't have access to the afterlife or because they have some unfinished business to take care of. This is one consequence of improper burial, is you get these hauntings, you get these ghosts that cannot move on because they haven't been taken care of properly. So this is why the Romans made such a big deal about burying people in the right way with the correct rituals and the correct offerings and all of that, to ensure not only that their loved ones would be able to move on in the way that was most natural and desirable, but also because you don't want to be haunted. And if there are spirits that have not been able to pass on, well, where are they? They're in your house. So when the Romans talk about haunted houses, which is not very common, but they do occur, this is what they're talking about, is these Lemures spirits. Now, all of these spirits are formless. They don't have a figure. They're not like anthropomorphized. You probably can't see them, although that's a guess on my part. And like I said, they are liminal. They exist kind of in this in-between space between the world of the living and the world of the dead. So if you think about the afterlife journey in Greco-Roman mythology and Etruscan mythology and so on, there is a definite journey, a route that you have to take. It's a spatial journey. You go from point A to point B. So if you don't get to point B, you're somewhere in the middle. That's where these Lemures exist, is in this sort of in-between space. And it's kind of an unpleasant state to be in, because you're not quite one thing. You're not alive anymore, but you're also not quite in the afterworld. Now, you may be thinking that this word Lemures that I keep saying sounds a lot like those sort of like goth primates from Madagascar, and you would be correct. They are named after the Roman Lemures because they're nocturnal, they move a little slow, they've got those neat little rings around their eyes, make them a little spooky looking, although I think they're adorable. So yes, they are etymologically related, but they don't have anything to do with the Roman Lemures at all beyond sharing a name, and they are not involved in this festival. Just wanted to throw that out there.